Communication designer Valentin Lutzet has been living in Berlin for 8 years. He is from Poland, and he is Jewish. One reason he chose to live here is the cultural diversity and the fact that he can easily find kosher food.
It's a very diverse community. It's really nice here. This has become a Jewish area again.
But the atrocities of the past are not forgotten. These stumbling blocks are a reminder that tens of thousands of Berlin Jews were murdered during the Holocaust. Lutzet is sad that despite the blocks, anti-Semitism is on the rise again.
When people talk about something, it's because it's really terrible. They don't talk so much about smaller incidents. But anti-Semitism is becoming routine again.
Today, he is returning to Halle. He was there on the 9th of October, when the main synagogue was attacked, on the Jewish Day of Atonement, Yom Kippur. He had gone to Halle to pray with others at the central synagogue. They were already inside when a neo-Nazi launched his attack. He was unable to get into the building, but was still able to murder 2 people and injure several others.
I feel an emptiness now. We really have to realize that 2 people died here, one of them exactly here. And a part of us died too, a part of our souls.
Lutzet is hoping to be able to come to terms with what happened by going back to the synagogue. At midday on October 9th, the congregation had already started praying when they heard shots and explosions outside. They could follow what was happening on screens linked to the security cameras. The attacker had intended to kill as many Jews as possible, but he failed to get past the synagogue's new security system. He ended up killing a 40-year-old female passerby and later, a 20-year-old man. Inside the synagogue, the service continued.
We continued in a very emotional way. We were so affected. We cried and we screamed. We sang this song for about 10 minutes.
The authorities had not granted a request for extra police protection on the day of Yom Kippur. Because the attacker didn't get into the synagogue, frustrated, he went on the rampage. This is the kebab shop where he killed his second victim. Memories Lutzet finds hard to bear. Back in Berlin, Lutzet, his wife, and some friends meet in a cafe. They've all been the victim of anti-Semitism. Naomi Henkel-Gumbel says she can't stand it anymore. She now spends several months of the year in Israel. She says many have resigned themselves to increased anti-Semitic attacks, even the media.
No counter-argument is offered. Instead, there are more and more right-wingers interviewed during prime time.
Lutzet is also changing his habits. He rarely wears the Jewish skull cap, the kippah, now.
I try not to provoke people. There are situations in which I don't need to highlight the fact that I'm Jewish.
Valentin Lutzet hopes that one day he will be able to live in Berlin, his home of choice, without having to fear anti-Semitic attacks.